friends, it's Miss Rossi, and this is my first video in my virtual classroom. I am so excited to start a book study on the book How to Catch a Star by Oliver Jeffers. This is one of my favorite book studies to do. I love all the activities that go along with it, all the extra thinking that can be done with it, and I just love this book. It's one of my favorites. For this book study, we're going to start out by making some connections. When we use connections, we use what you know to understand the text better. So with this lesson, we're going to make some connections with the book. And in just a moment, I will play the book for you. Unfortunately, I don't have the book, so I can't read it to you, but I will play the book for you. And that way, you will begin to start thinking about those connections that you can make with that book. So, first, I want to go over some vocabulary with you. In the book, you might hear some words that you haven't heard before, like jetty. A jetty is a structure extended into a lake, river, or sea, also called a dock. So this is what a jetty looks like. Another word that you may not hear is petrol. That's another word for gasoline. So this may look familiar to you about gasoline. All right, friends, so here's the book.
How to Catch a Star by Oliver Jeffers. Once there was a boy, and the boy loved stars very much. Every night the boy watched the stars from his window. And wished he had one of his very own. He dreamed how this star might be his friend. They would play hide and go seek. And take long walks together. The boy decided he would try to catch a star. He thought that getting up early in the morning would be best, because then the star would be tired from being up in the sky all night. So, the next day, he set out at sunrise, but he could not see a star anywhere. He sat down and waited for one to appear. He waited, and he waited, and ate lunch, and waited, and after dinner, he waited some more. Finally, just before the sun was about to go away, he saw a star. The boy tried to jump up and grab it, but he could not jump high enough. So, very carefully, he climbed to the top of the tallest tree he could find. But the star was still way out of reach. He thought he might lasso the star with the life belt from his father's boat. But it was too heavy for him to carry. He thought he could fly up in his spaceship and just grab the star. But his spaceship had run out of petrol last Tuesday when he flew to the moon. Perhaps he could get a seagull to help him fly up in the sky to reach his star. But the only seagull he could find didn't want to help at all. The boy thought he would never catch a star. Just then, he noticed something floating in the water. It was the prettiest star he had ever seen. Just a baby star. It must have fallen from the sky. He tried to fish the star out with his hands, but he couldn't reach it. Then he had an idea. The star might wash up on the shore. He ran back along the jetty to the beach. Then he waited and walked and watched and waited. And sure enough, the star washed up on the bright golden sand. The boy had caught a star of his very own.
Hi, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed hearing that book. I love that book, and it's one of my favorites to teach. Now, as I said earlier, told you, we are going to be making a connection or using what we know to understand the text better. So some of the things that the little boy did, he wanted a star really bad. And so he tried so many different ways to get that star. And he worked so hard to get it. He tried jumping. He tried climbing a tall tree. He tried to use a lasso. He was going in a spaceship to get his star. He tried to talk a seagull into getting his star. He even tried to reach in the ocean and get the star. But what he found worked best was walking on the beach, because on the beach was his star. So today, I want you to think about a time when there was something that you wanted really, really, really badly, and you worked so hard to get. And I want you to write a 1 to 2 sentence explanation of what that was. And maybe add in just a little what you did. So it might sound something like, here's my example. I wanted my teaching certificate so bad. So I went to school and took classes to become a teacher. So I'm doing this so I can become a teacher someday. I'm very excited about these next few videos, and I hope you enjoy them. If you want to send them to your teacher, feel more than happy to do that. Have a great day, guys.